Breaking news now in the afternoon rush. We've just learned about a big investigation underway. It's into the death of a nurse while she was visiting a home. Channel 3's Stephanie Simone is at the First Alert desk with new details. Stephanie.
Yeah, Kara, we have been following this case for months now. The Department of Labor says that the home care agency this visiting nurse worked for failed to protect her and other workers. Joyce Grayson was working at a halfway house in Willimantic in October when she was killed. The suspect in her murder, Michael Reese, has been charged in the case. But officials say the agency, Alara Caring, exposed their employees to workplace violence from patients who showed aggressive behavior. They now face over $160,000 in fines and penalties. The Department of Labor says employers should have a workplace violence prevention program to address these issues. Now, in the last 15 minutes, we just got a statement from Alara Caring saying, quote, the citation that the Occupational Safety and Health Administration used to the company is unwarranted, and we intend to contest it vigorously. The company also said state agencies determined Reese was safe to re-enter the community and say they were responsible for monitoring and managing him after he was released. On the First Alert desk, I'm Stephanie Simone, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.